So you think it won't affect you, but does it really? What about all those TV shows, those YouTube videos, whatever it is that you're watching? Does it really affect you? And should you be careful with what you watch? It's a good question. In fact, here is the question, dear Pastor Bob. When it comes to watching movies and television series, what is deemed as being safe for a Christian to watch? The reason I ask is because I have for a long time heard everything is of the devil coming out of church leaders. And, well, this is definitely not true. It's hard to distinguish what to avoid. There are shows that might be a very gray area. I steer clear of obvious, like horror genres, for example, and a lot of violence and gore, but I do enjoy the DC Universe Marvel comedies. I'd appreciate some advice on this matter. I hate screwing up my Christian life all the time simply out of ignorance. I get that. Well, what are the good things for Christians to watch? If you're looking for a list from me, you won't find one. I don't have one. If you're looking for some real nuts and bolts suggestions, these are the things you should watch, here's what you should avoid, I don't have that either. What I do have is kind of a common sense, spiritually common sense approach, and that is, where are you going? What do you want to accomplish? And what kinds of things do you want your foundations, spiritually, emotionally, mentally, to be built on? Great scripture here in Psalm 119 and verse 37. It says, "Turn my eyes away from vanity, all those worldly, meaningless things that distract. Let your priorities be mine, and restore me with renewed energy in your ways." A lot of Christians live their lives really close to the edge. And we get closer and closer, and we're trying not to fall off, but just get close enough so that we don't. It's the gray area. How big is the gray area? It's huge. Is that our pursuit, to try to get as close to the edge as we can without falling off? Or should it be the other direction, to get as close to God as we can possibly get? When that is your focus, then everything else just kind of pales. Instead of saying, what kind of television shows should I watch? Greater question might be, should I even be watching television? Should I spend my time doing that? And then listening to your heart, listening to your spirit. What does this accomplish? Where does it take me? Now, education's an important thing, and just kind of relating to society is an important thing too. But where does it take you spiritually? Closer to that gray area or closer to Him? And that should be our question. Folks, don't forget, you are blessed. Go and be a blessing.
Anybody want coffee?